There's a huge amount of buzz in the paddock associated with Connor Sport.
The car will look great on the grid. Let's see how it performs on track.
In Devon Butler, they have one of the most exciting drivers of the modern era.
Competition is welcome. It's great to see another team on the grid.
So today, EA finally announced the official F1 23 game, which is the Formula 1 World Championship official title, and this is going to be released on June the 16th. But before we get more into it, let's watch the trailer back one more time.
Who will be last to break? Round the outside he goes, and there's a huge lock-up!
Before a race begins, anything is possible. It's like the world holds its breath.
Why are you hesitating?
Kelly Mayer is the F2 champion!
Everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three.
Something has gone very wrong here.
Every season, you want to step up. There's always something to improve.
Something's not right.
Okay, box.
You checked it!
That's it, go!
This has to be a red flag.
I was devastated.
What a great result.
I want to be the best I can be, and I want to win.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Come on, you can do this.
Not everyone survives in F1. You know that.
Wheel to wheel, this is fabulous. The question is,
who will be
The last to break.
Okay, so I think the key thing that we have gotten from this is the return of Breaking Point for both the teaser and the team reveal that we got before the actual trailer itself. And Liam Mathis has been quoted to say that the return of Breaking Point allows players to immerse themselves in a racing story, which provides a unique look at F1 alongside the authentic race features our players know and love. And that's from the senior creative director over at Codemasters. He also went on to say that the close relationship with the teams has allowed for them to refine the handling model and to try and aim to get greater realism from the pad play and implementing a new color coding system into the game. So I think its aim is to be a bit more film/TV like and just to really try and bring as much of a true to life experience as possible. So Breaking Point is making a return with a new chapter following the young career of Aiden Jackson and his rival Devon Butler, now teammates over at Connor Sport Racing Team, which is a new organization, a new team on the grid, and they are basically hoping to succeed against the current world Formula 1 teams and drivers against all odds. So it adds a host of new characters in there, as we've seen, and the aim is to take both the drivers' careers to the next level. But obviously there's going to be twists, turns, probably some absolute buffoonery in there. That's going to make it all the more interesting. But I'm really excited to see what the new story mode is going to be like. If you played F1 21, I think it was really interesting, really insightful. It was just a new taste of the game that a lot of people did enjoy. Now, as part of the story mode, there is a new rising star in Formula 2, and that is Devon's sister, Kelly Mayer, who has become the first woman in F2 to ever win the championship. Hungry for more success, she's apparently keen to get her shot in Formula 1, and Devon or Aiden have to make way for Callie, or there's going to be some interesting team dynamics, some family issues going on, so I don't know. But there's going to be a new interesting character that is going to add a new dynamic to the storyline. It looks like one of them has to lose their position, has to lose their seat within the team to give up space. Knowing how this is going to go, probably not looking good for Aiden, looking at how Ocon kind of lasted when it was, you know, yeah, Lance Stroll vibes. So we're going to get two new additional tracks to the F1 calendar, which are going to be Las Vegas Street Circuit and the Qatar Circuit, I can't pronounce it, Losail International Circuit in Doha, which are going to be included on the launch of the F1 23 game. Now, obviously, we haven't got Las Vegas yet until later on in the year, so we're going to get to race the track before we actually race there in real life, which is quite cool. We'll get to see what it's actually going to be like before we actually get there, and it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to be like racing on the Vegas Strip as well. So also, in addition to those two circuits, we're going to also see the circuit de Paul Ricard, Shanghai International Circuit, and Portimao Algarve International Circuit in the game as well, which are legacy tracks from previous games. They're adding them in there because they're already there, I guess. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's great for us. More tracks, the better. So for those guys that are heavily incorporated in the F1 community, they'll know that the betas have actually been released as well. So the F1 team has been listening to the community. The handling has been upgraded, and the vehicles feel significantly different from the last game for both wheel users and pad users. Now I've played the beta, so I can't really say too much, so I'm gonna quote what they say, which is: new vehicle physics give cars better traction when braking, accelerating and cornering, allowing for more predictable behavior, plus greater balance between aerodynamics and tire grip results in a more realistic feel. Additionally, precision drive control technology will give players who play on pad even more control and confidence in those crucial race moments. So in addition to the new handling model, we're also going to get a couple of new features into the game, such as the red flags, which makes a return to the series after 9 years apparently. So they used to be in the game, but they're going to be there to add a little bit more spice and drama, a little bit more into the strategies in terms of what you're thinking as well. So it's going to be really interesting to get that added into the game, as well as 35% race distances. Now, I think they use this in esports, but whether people are actually going to use this in multiplayer, I have no idea. It's a bit of a weird number, but yes. So they've got the 35% race distance, the red flags, and a new color encoding system, which I'm not too sure how that works. I think that is to fall in line with their film and TV narrative that they're going down the path of. So I'm really interested to see how the red flags are going to play out in game, because that'll definitely spice things up. Especially for those guys that do open lobbies, this will be really interesting. Now, the biggest and probably most interesting introduction to the F1 23 game is F1 World, which is apparently a place that's going to serve all the F1 content that people are able to grab, but in a pretty unique way. So it's going to have different game modes such as time trial, Grand Prix mode, and multiplayer, which is going to offer a way for people to spend their pit coins and to earn and grind the game out, basically. So apparently this is going to feature an ever-changing roster of different content, both daily and weekly, so you can earn different liveries, race suits, helmets, stuff like that you could earn in the last game through the pit coin progression system. But apparently now through the F1 World, you can improve the tech level and unlock different car parts, team members, things that you can equip in the F1 World to improve the performance areas, and I think it also increases the challenge difficulty levels and unlocks events. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to be integrated in. It also links the online and offline side of the F1 World, so a safety rating will be introduced into the game to encourage drivers to race cleanly. That's not going to happen, we all know it, but at least they're trying. But hopefully it just means the matchmaking and driver rating is going to be quite similar for everyone. And last but not least, the two different versions of the game that you are able to get are going to be the Champions Edition and the Standard Edition. The Champions Edition allows you to get 3 days early access to the game, which will be June the 13th, and time-limited Las Vegas content as well, including a bulk of other stuff in there, even pit coins, which means you can buy other stuff. The F1 game will be released on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via the EA app, Epic Game Store, and Steam on June the 16th. So now that's everything that I think I can cover off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a subscribe if you really did enjoy it, and maybe I'll make more content like this in the future, but we'll see how it goes. But I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much, and have a good rest of your day.